They used it. That's what they're good at. And it showcased, right, completely. Random Tongues, they're just a much more frag team. Random Tongues would be on top. FakeOut is a second. And then Lights Out as a third. Just by the way that these teams play.
And now we can take a look at exactly how 4-man melee. And that's not them. But these are the two teams. These are two of the teams we just saw. We will get things sorted. Don't worry. You lead us into this.
Listen, here we are back again. This time, again, guys, to determine who's actually number 1 and 2. So basically, FakeOut, they get themselves a second chance. We already saw the chaos that Random Tongues is able to bring this into this game. And I'm expecting the exact same. Guys, what that means for us, guys, hey, we shouldn't see this negatively. Let's see this on the positive side. More Roma gameplay. And that's what I'm here for. I don't know about you guys, but I want to see Roma.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Roma's been going absolutely insane, getting a 3-piece on that last one, but see if we can do it again as we are back again on Fortune Stadium as well. These teams are going to be pretty practiced up for this one, but here comes a huge jump pad coming through, but we already have a dome shield on the side of Dead Plate, and Glitch Cafe is going to be going down by a really big flank there by a Dyrani. And now Fake Cows are going to have to reposition around here because they have lost that fight on the roof. Roma finding Kodaf on the other side there as Kodaf found Kareki, but Kareki immediately going to get a hand rezzed up by Roma there. And now Dead Plate backing up a little bit, which I think is a good play here. But they might try to sniff him out a little bit here, Dianic, but it looks like they're just going to move the box instead.
We're going to focus here on moving that box again. Cash that is what makes a difference from the side of Fake House. We have also now Glitch Cafe has used his coin. The next second coin going to be used in a second as well. There we go. Kodaf is back in the game as well, but they're very much aware where the spawn has happened. They know that Fake House need to be coming here from this south side. And they can already see the feeds there shooting a few of these bullets. Gonna land perfectly, but the gateway was just set it up in perfect time. And from the looks of it, Random Tanks may not know that there has been a gateway used in order to transport this team to the other side, but there is a little bit of a knowledge. We can see Random Tanks on the top already looking through these skylight windows just to make sure that Fake attempt is a cheeky little steal.
Yeah, and they have opened up a lot of the roof here to be able to look down in there and try to keep control of this high ground. And Fake Cows just trying to make their way through the building. I think also trying to drop them as well. I think some of those holes have been made by Fake Cows. And Dead Plate trying to set up for a steal here. Those barricades are going down, opting to hold onto the dome shield for now. Here comes Random Tongues trying to get it, but they don't come in time. The steal ends up coming through, but big damage onto Glitch Cafe. He ends up going down. Dyrani's going to get healed right back up, and they're going to hop right back on the retake here, as it looks like Fake Cows are not even going to try to stop it. They're just going to try to back up a little bit. I think Kodaf tried just a second, but he got beamed in the head. And now, Dianic, we are back in the hands of Random Tongues.
There's not much time left, but we can see Random Tanks already just grouping up back again. They know standing strong as a team is their biggest strength here. Wall's going to be open from the side of Fake House. They tried to do a little bit of an attempt of an initiation. Unfortunately, there isn't every single member from Fake House really pulling on the same string right now. Cashshot's still in the corner. They're going to try to go for another attempt, but unfortunately, the fire is there. And they're going to find himself a little bit of a corner, but the fire is chipping away on his health. There's bullets coming along, and look at this, Random Tongues. They find that kill, and they find the wipe. They find the vault as well on top of it. So 3 things back to back to back. And again, a person or the name that constantly comes up on the kill feed, Roma. Is that it one more time? Listen, I'm here for Roma gameplay. He's already shown greatness. I want to see more from this player.
Yeah, I mean, Roma already had a lot of fans to begin with, but he is quickly gaining more as these matches go on. Holding a really good height there as well, too, as there were so much holes kind of broken into that building there, and there were so many vantage points for him just to kind of look down, and realizing that dash, every time he got looked at, he can just back out, get his regen, and go back in. But we still have plenty of time for Fake House to come back here. They're going to have to figure out a way to get control of these buildings because Random Tongues, they find these high grounds and they hold on to that height so well that it's really hard for Fake House to fight their way up towards them. But I don't know where Fake House looks like. They're just kind of holding that middle of the map there. And Random Tongues, I mean, they're like, cool, you guys hold over there. We don't really need to move here. And I think that gateway got broken. I don't think it got glitched. I think it actually got broken as Kodaft got a little bit too far away from his team there.
Maybe just a tiny bit again. The Vault is still standing strong. There's still a lot of time on the clock. Theoretically, they don't need to move for the side of the Fake Cow. So they definitely do need another plug here. From the side of Random Tongues, they can just play this out a little bit when it comes to the patience. We can see Fake Cow slowly becoming impatient, unsure where this Vault actually is going to be transported to. But in the meanwhile, nothing is actually really happening. Just shooting from the far, the more chip damage that is. Random Tongues definitely have the better weapons when it comes to it. But look at Fake Cows. They found themselves yet again a cheeky little entry onto that bottom floor. Able to now trying to drop that Vault down. Not fully yet. There still needs to be one more floor broken for it to fully fall down. And Random Tongues, they're just patient. They're just waiting for a move, and they're playing defense just like they would be playing defense on a cash out, but it is for a Vault. They do not want to plug this unless Fake Cows is wiped.
Yeah, because they don't want to give Fake Cows that chance to set up on that box. Fake Cow's really good at playing defensive here, but it looks like they finally found their way up onto the roof. That gateway coming through, Dome Shield coming through from Deadplate. They did actually find that pick onto Roma. That's a huge pick for Fake Cows here. Are they going to be able to turn it around, though? That RPG going through, not able to connect. Kodaf makes it out with his life at just barely 1 HP there. Roma is going to get T-Pip back up by Kireki, and Fake Cows unable to capitalize on that pick.
There we go, one more is going to fall. Unfortunately, it's going to be called out as the last man standing for the side of Fake Cows. You may find one onto Roma. Denari is also very low HP, but unfortunately, there will be the wipe as well. Random Tanks now got everything that they needed. Now they can transport this box onto the next cash out. Enough time left. But they're just
going to leave it there? Oh, there we go.
I think that was a little bit of a sign of a miscommunication. I think they didn't quite know who's going to actually take the box.
Yeah. But, you know, kind of an interesting fight. I really thought Fake Cows was going to have that. They got a really good opening pick onto Roma there, but Kireki and Tyrani just playing it really well together. Not really, Fake Cows weren't able to capitalize on that pick, and Random Tongues was able to turn that fight around in their favor. And now they're going to go ahead and finally get the plug over here, be able to get their full cash out defense set up. As Fake Cows is back in, Kodaft, not sure where he's going as he went through that. Oh, he was going back to where he threw the gateway is. And now all three of them are back on the roof here, fighting Random Tongues. RPGs is going through, actually blocked by the goo. And Kireki really trying to make it out of there with 1 HP, but unable to do so. Roma getting another double kill. And now we got a Roma versus Kodaft 1v1. Kodaft has to push into this because Roma still has control of that point, and they do have coins coming up on Dyrani here pretty soon.
Dyrani back in the game. Kireki's going to be rezzed, I believe, in the meanwhile as well. But there we go from the side of Fake Cows. Kodaft doing a great job just bringing his teammates back. There you go. Kireki used one of his coins. It's still back up to a 3v3. Everybody is resetted the whole team, but there is a steal attempt now coming along. Random Tanks might not be near here to fully stop this one. There is the RPG from up above, but the winch will fail.
Nullifier.
Beautiful! Look at that nullifier. Absolutely coming in huge. Random Tanks are to steal this one immediately backwards. Fake Cows taking a lot of damage. Need a bit, but look at that winch. Last second going to come in huge. Denari's going to be taken out. In the meanwhile, Roma now needs to step up his game, but there was a defib as well. Look at it. Everybody's resetted yet again. Fake Cows, they need that chaos. They're gonna stand strong. They're all rotating back up again, but do they know that there's one in the corner right behind him? No, they didn't. Look at Roma doing that damage, but he will be annihilated. In the meanwhile, time is taken away. The winch will hit, another will fall. Denari is the last man standing now as the heavy. He tries to do something. He gets a double, maybe a third here long, but he will just miss that last shot on the head. Unfortunately, the time is so little. He needs to get this steal.
Yeah, Kodaft's doing a really good job at not dying here. That would have been huge. He just needs one stall here, but the winch ends up coming through. He doesn't land on him. They don't have time, though. Fake Cows are going to be taking it to a tiebreaker box.
Oh my god, what is actually happening here? Fake Cows, they did manage at the very end to get that cash out. Listen, maybe the revenge is coming upon us, but my god, Random Tanks, they're really performing here. Roma, absolutely menace. from the side of Fake Cows. Very well played to really keep that objective, trying to stay together. That really gave them that upper hand. That winch on the initiated steal was absolutely perfectly timed. And the fact that there was a move out, oh my god, I could say so much about those team fights, but it was an absolutely beautiful display of both these two teams showing what they're capable of.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, really the deciding factor to swap that over was that nullifier on the side of Fake Cows. While Deadplate was hopping in there to get that steal, Dyrani threw out that winch claw and it got nullified while the winch was in midair, canceling the winch out of its animation, and that was insane. Yeah, absolutely great place for Fake Cows here, not wanting to have another complete 2-0 shutout in these 3v3s, but we still have one more box to fight for, and I think it's really going to be slowing down again too. Neither of these teams really want them to be able to get that plug because it's so important to be able to set up on there, and they're trying to steal it out of there. That is Fake Cows. Random Tongues still holding that high ground, trying to stop them from getting that box out of there. He's just going to go ahead and punch throw that over. We'll see if that actually ends up making it. It looks like it does, and it doesn't fall off the map. So made some pretty good progress moving this box over, but still plenty of fight to be had.
From the side of Fake Cows, they're very much aware that there is a chase coming along. The plug hasn't happened yet. Again, if they can get the wipe here on Random Tongues and then plug the cash out, it's going to be in a little bit of an advantage, but I don't know what comes down. There you go. Fake House is also here on this cash out. Beautiful barricade right there, but he's going to lose quite a lot of HP. Dirani done a great job right there, but the plug is going to be done by the set of Random Tongues. Is a good little start here. They're going to use the jump pad in the middle. A lot of damage coming through. Kireki is going to lose his life in this 2v3 scenario now. Dirani waiting down below that. RPG might make a bit of a difference, but here again, Dirani disadvantage here. They're not allowed to find himself to lose one more member. There might be a wipe soon upon us. There's the steal coming along now as well. That blade will be successful in this one. And Kireki's still down. Needs to be rezzed. But from the side of Random Tongues, they're trying to play this one slow. Look at that glitch. Absolutely beautiful. There will be a kill happening as well on Dirani. He's gone from the board. A 2v3 has been established. Gish Cafe is gone. And look at this Dread. This looks so much more possible all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know what they're putting in the grass over there that Fake Cows are eating over at the pastures, but whatever it is, it's woken them up, and they are here to take this W. And now they're in a really good spot to really kind of set up that defense that they're so known for here. But Dirani, he's got to get back in the game. Looks like they are going to spend that coin, and the timer is running out. We are past the halfway point. Look at Fake Cows in here. Kodaft is going to be sitting inside. They do have that doorway gooed off. The other two members, Glitch Cafe and Deadplay, just sitting up on these lights up on the top with a huge RPG to open it up. As they peek in there, the dome shield is going to go down, not find a lot of value out of it, though. And now they're going to turn on to Dirani as he pushes in there. They still have the dome shield available on the side of Random Tongues. They've got to go for this box. Looks like the steal attempt is going to happen here with a big winch coming through onto Deadplate. Deadplate, oh, just barely. I thought he was going to live that, but he actually finally ends up going down as Kireki comes in to help Dirani. Roma, though, taking huge damage from Kodaf. Glitch Cafe is in a good position to try to stall this. The nullifier ends up coming through, but he is the last one alive. He doesn't have any more nullifiers to help do it, and the body blocks end up coming through. Did he stall in time, though? No way! Random Tongues taking it at the last second.
One absolutely crazy of a steal at the very end. There was the steal, there was the bubble, there was the defense, and Kireki was the one stealing it. He was holding on to his life. We saw how many times there was a steal attempt being made. Even the nullifier coming along out there yet again. An absolute brutal weapon. I would even say a utility, which is a bit underestimated as for right now. Jerry, let's bring you back into this conversation, because my god, this was a rematch, but a one of a kind.
A truly heart-thumping rematch at that dynamic. Much closer here between Random Tongues and Fake Cows, but still the same result with Random Tongues coming out on top. You're right to highlight Glitch Calf, though. He really did everything in his power to make it work for Fake Cows. That nullifier really having its moment in the limelight multiple times throughout this game to almost see them to victory at the dying moments. Random Tongues just barely coming first in this battle to secure themselves an extra spot, an extra chance to get into that top 4. So that is pretty huge for them. They are now feeling warm, and they can go straight into the next cash out. Fake Cows, I think that's a good confidence booster above all else, though, Dread. They really haven't been performing today, and that was a massive turnaround.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I mean, they proved that that's why they're here. I mean, they can go up against these teams and they can take cash back.
2 times he was the last man standing against an entire whole team. 1 time he juked the entire team with doing the gateways, using the utility around him, let it be the gas barrels and everything.
Plenty to choose from. As we move on to stage 2 now, we get to see how things will pan out. You can see, I'm going to do this in reverse. Upper bracket 3, you can see that Lights Out are waiting there.